It's time to settle in now. Wherever you are, find your most comfortable position. Let your shoulders relax. Your hands resting softly beside you. Your eyes gently closed or softly fluttering shut as your breathing slows. Let the world around you quiet itself. There is no hurry here. Just you in the hush of nightfall. Can you hear the faint rustle of parchment? The soft crackling of a candle wick? The distant toll of a monastery bell, muffled by stone walls and time? You are safe here, warm and weightless. Let go completely as we drift back through the mists of time. Our story tonight begins in a place of stillness. A stone monastery nestled on the edge of a mossy forest. It is the year 1273. The world beyond the gates moves in seasons, slow and cyclical, but within these walls, time stands almost still. A day in there, in a high-ceilinged scriptorium lined with narrow stained glass windows and the earthy scent of ink sits Brother Aldrich. He is a quiet man. His robes are brown and worn, soft from years of silent wear. His fingers, calloused and ink-stained, move carefully over a page of creamy vellum stretched tight on a wooden desk. Outside, dusk settles over the hills, brushing the sky in ash blue and plum. But here it is, candlelight and silence, only the softest crackle of flames and the occasional sigh of turning pages. Brother Aldrich is tired tonight, but there's one more page left. One more page, and then he can close the manuscript. He dips his quill into a tiny pot of red ink. Not just any red, but a rich vermilion shade made from crushed cinnabar. It's a kind only used for special markings, rubrics, initials, or something more whimsical. Because tonight, he's not writing words. He's drawing something in the margins. Fox. The fox begins at the corner of the page. Just a whisper of outline, at first a curve of tail, a tiny ear. Brother Aldrich smiles gently. It is not uncommon for monks to add marginalia, small figures, or creatures that leap and crawl across the edges of holy texts. Little companions for the words, hidden mischief, or messages only seen by the careful reader. This fox is curled, at first, its tail looped around like a sleeping spiral. But soon, the tail uncurls, twisting up and around the Latin script like a ribbon of fire. Aldrich dips his brush into gold leaf paste. He breathes slowly, applying the shimmering foil in careful, whisper-soft strokes. The fox's tail glows now, glints in the candlelight. It looks almost alive. And as his hand moves with quiet rhythm, something strange begins to happen. The room, once dim, seems to shimmer. The candle flickers longer than a normal flame, and when Aldrich blinks, the fox's eyes seems to be watching him. The potter glances upward toward the sky, where the first star is just beginning to wink into view. He speaks now, softly, so softly, you almost think you imagined it. The stars, he says, in a slow, thoughtful voice, they return to the same place. Just as the clay always returns to the earth. His voice is like dust stirred in the twilight, ancient, gentle, it's full of knowing. You feel your eyes growing heavier, not tired exactly, but softened, as if your body knows it's okay to let go now. The wheel turns again and again. The clay, once shapeless, is becoming something beautiful, not grand, not elaborate, just useful. A bowl to hold rice, or milk, or river water cooled with herbs. And even that is enough. Behind you, the breeze picks up slightly. You hear the rustle of a papyrus hanging from the doorway, the flutter of a bird settling into its nest in the rafters. In Mohenjo-Daro, the homes are built with order and care, streets aligned in perfect grids, drainage channels carved precisely between them. A marvel of early urban planning, quietly alive beneath your feet. And yet, none of that matters now. Only this moment. Only the turning of the wheel. Only the softening of your breath. The potter lifts the bowl from the wheel now, fingers gently supporting the base as if holding a newborn bird. He sets it aside alongside others that sit in the sun to dry. Some are plain. Some are etched with spirals or leaf patterns. Each one carries the imprint of his fingertips, a quiet signature left behind for time to remember. He stands now, slowly, stretching his back with a contented sigh. You rise with him. He leads you a few steps away, toward a low, dome-shaped structure made of mud and brick. The kiln. Inside, the warmth of the fire pulses softly. Not roaring, not fierce, but steady and slow, like the heartbeat of the earth. You both sit again, and for a while, you say nothing. You just listen to the gentle crackle of the fire, the muffled sigh of wind through reeds, and the ancient silence that lives between all things. The potter closes his eyes, and so do you. When I sleep, he murmurs, I dream of vessels floating down the Indus, carrying songs, secrets, and stars. You nod. You can almost see them, those clay pots, drifting along silver waters, their painted patterns reflecting the moon. You feel your body melt slightly, like wax softening beside flame, like clay relaxing beneath water. The world around you fades, not vanishing, but becoming quieter, simpler, softer. The air is cooling now, softening around your skin like a woven blanket pulled just above your shoulders. Even the insects seem quieter, their chirping softer, slower, as if the whole world is beginning to exhale with you. The potter stands again. You follow, without words, moving gently across the earth as the shadows lengthen behind you. Your steps make no sound. The sand seems to welcome your feet, as if it's known you for a very long time. Past the kiln, you walk toward the river, the lifeblood of this ancient city. The Indus flows silently, silver now, beneath the darkening sky, its edges lined with stone and reed, its banks scattered with footprints from villagers and animals alike. He kneels by the water, cupping it in both hands and letting it pour slowly back into the stream. The ripples widen and fade, like the rhythm of your breathing. We gather from the river, he says quietly, and to it we return, like clay, like dreams. The smell of the water is clean and wild, carrying hints of whetstone, sweet grass, and far-off mountain ice. You sit beside him, knees tucked close. The breeze plays gently across your skin. There is no urgency here, no time to chase, just the hush of evening and the feeling of being very, very small, but not alone. The potter pulls something from his woven pouch, a small, unbaked figure, tiny and crude. You recognize it as a bull, or perhaps a water buffalo, shaped from leftover clay. He hands it to you. We give these to the river sometimes, he whispers, for good harvests, for strength, for peace. You cradle the little creature in your hands. Surface is rough in places, smooth in others. The marks of his thumbs still linger in the curves of the back. You lean forward and place it gently at the water's edge. And there, for just a moment, the river seems to pause, as if to notice. Then, with the softest pull, the clay bull slips beneath the current and is gone. Gone, but not lost, returned. The sky above you deepens to indigo. The first stars are no longer alone. They've been joined by dozens more pinpricks of light, scattered like rice across velvet. The potter begins to hum. No words, just sound low and ancient. It's a melody that feels like it was born with the earth. You close your eyes, and you drift. The water beside you continues its journey, carrying away the warmth of the day and bringing the hush of night. Somewhere behind you, a reed flute begins to play. Just a few soft notes, rising like smoke, then settling again into silence. You feel it in your chest, feel it in your breath. Later, you find yourself back near his home, beneath the same woven awning, beside the sleeping pots and the now cooled wheel. The kiln glows faintly behind you. Just embers now, a pulsing orange heart in the darkness. The potter is preparing a drink, hot, fragrant, herbal. He pours it into a small clay cup, its sides etched with simple waves and dots. You take it. Steam rises toward your face, and you breathe in. Ginger, cardamom, a hint of something floral. This plant, he tells you softly, grows only near the river. The healers say it soothes the belly and keeps bad dreams from finding you. You sip. The warmth travels down your throat, settling gently in your chest, like a lantern being lit behind your ribs. The potter reclines now, back resting against a stack of folded mats. You do the same, stretching your legs out across the smooth stone floor. Above you, the stars continue their silent procession. No rush, no sound. Being the wheel, he says, after a long pause, teaches patience. It turns, not for you, but because that is what it was made to do. You nod, slowly, and you feel something inside you release, like a tight thread being unwound. A weight you didn't know you carried, loosening, letting go. From the corner of your eye, you see an old cat wander by, its fur short and speckled like ash, its tail curling high with dignity. It doesn't glance at you, simply curls beside the potter's feet and begins to purr. That low, rhythmic purring, a sound so steady it could be mistaken for your own breathing. And maybe it is. In this city, thousands of years before your own, there are no clocks, no bells, no wires. Time is measured by the sun, by the river, by the warmth of drying clay. And tonight, time seems to have stopped completely. There is only now, only this soft, living world, where even the stars seem to blink more slowly. The potter places a thick woolen shawl over your shoulders. Its fibers smell of smoke and river grass. And underneath it all, you feel the faintest trace of lavender. You smile, then close your eyes. The last thing you hear, before sleep begins to fold itself around you, is his voice. May your dreams be shaped gently, like clay on the wheel. May they be fired in stillness and cooled by starlight. And with that, you drift. Sleep comes and goes like the tide, soft, quiet, unhurried. You don't know how long you've rested, but when your eyes gently open, the world is still bathed in the colors of early night. The stars above you shimmer in place, and the air has turned cooler, almost crisp, carrying the scents of distant fig trees in pressed earth. The potter is still awake. He sits beside the hearth, his hands resting in his lap, his eyes lifted toward the sky as if watching something you can't quite see. A hush surrounds you both. It's not empty, it's full of space, full of knowing. You sit up slowly beneath the shawl. It slips from your shoulders and pools in your lap like a river of wool. The fire in the kiln is nearly out. Only glowing coals remain red, slow breathing, their light flickering across the potter's weathered face. Sometimes, he says softly, I stay awake to listen. You tilt your head slightly, curious, he continues, his voice low, steady, as if he's telling the fire a secret. The city speaks when it sleeps, not with words, but with memories. And now you begin to hear it, too. A far-off drum beat, faint, rhythmic. Perhaps someone celebrating a birth, or welcoming the return of a traveler. The sound travels over rooftops, through alleyways carved by time, and settles gently into the silence of night. You look around again at Mohenjo-Daro, this ancient place, so alive with stillness. The homes are quiet now, their flat roofs catching the moonlight like mirrors of stone. Baskets hang in shadowed corners. Jars line the walls, waiting for morning, and every doorway seems to breathe in time with your own. You rise, not because you must, but because some gentle pull invites you to move. The potter nods, as if expecting this. He stands beside you, and together you walk again, past the sleeping buffalo, past the woven mats, past the wheel that now rests under its shelter. This time, he leads you deeper into the city, down narrow lanes where your shoulders nearly brush the walls. The stone beneath your feet is smooth, worn by centuries of footsteps, just like yours. Overhead, clay oil lamps flicker suspended by cords, each one a tiny moon. You pass the great bath, an enormous, sunken pool, empty now, its walls lined with bricks placed so carefully, so evenly, that not even a thread could pass between them. T pauses. You peer down into the bath, where cool shadows ripple across the surface of ancient stone. Some believe the water here has washed not only the skin, but the spirit. Its voice seems to echo in the space, not loudly, but deeply. K. The priests came before festivals, the dancers before they painted their hands. K. Even those who had lost someone would come here to stand in silence. Do you imagine it? People wrapped in linen, descending stone steps under torchlight, cupping water to their foreheads, then standing still beneath the stars, letting everything wash away. You close your eyes again, Kay, and for a moment, you feel the ghost of water on your skin. He guides you further. You pass market stalls empty now, but still filled with presents. Woven baskets once filled with lentils and dried mangoes. Clay jars that once held sesame oil and honey. Spices once traded from faraway lands, their scent lingering still in the cracks of wood. You run your fingers along the table's edge, smooth, warm from the sun that's long since set. Then, something catches your eye. A round seal, carved from steel-tight, soft white stone. It rests on a ledge, as if waiting for a story. The potter picks it up and turns it in his palm. We press these into clay to mark our goods, he says with a faint smile. Some say the symbols are a language. Others say they are a kind of dream. He places the seal in your hand. Surface is etched with delicate lines. Perhaps an animal. Perhaps a symbol of the moon. Perhaps something only the ancients truly knew. And yet, as your thumb glides across its surface, you feel it tell you something. Not in words, but in feeling. A kind of remembering. A kind of return. You come at last to a raised platform where the city opens wide, and overlook above the rooftops. From here, the full sprawl of Mohenjo-Daro glows faintly under the moonlight. Rows of homes, long streets, hidden courtyards, and sleeping gardens. The river winds beside it all, like a silver thread stitched through a woven tapestry. The potter sits again. And so do you. We shaped this city, he whispers, with hands, with dreams, with earth and fire. And though we are long gone, still it waits, still it breathes. You look out one more time. Not as a visitor, but as if you've always belonged here. You imagine yourself walking the markets at dawn, grinding grain beside the well, sculpting bowls while the kiln glows gently nearby. You imagine this life, simple, quiet, grounded. You are not someone far from the past. You are part of it. You are part of the clay. And the stars that watch you now. They are the same stars that watched him, watched her, watched every soul who ever passed through this place. They remember. Hey, and in their remembering, you are cradled, held, safe. You sit quietly beside the potter. No words pass between you now. There's nothing more to say. Only the hush of night, the cool breath of the breeze, and the slow heartbeat of an ancient world remembering itself. Your body feels heavy in the best way. Weighted, grounded, not pulled down, but rooted, as if the earth itself is welcoming you home. You rest your head against a sun-warmed stone. It smells of dust and sunlight, of days past and stories told. Your fingers trail absent-mindedly through the fine silt at your side. It feels like silk, cool and dry, flowing between your fingers like time. And there, as you breathe, as you rest, your mind drifts gently backward, carried on the river of memory. You see the potter, not as he is now, but as he once was. Young, focused, his hands slick with clay, his brow furrowed in concentration as the wheel spins. Around him, the village bustles, Children chase each other near the well. Women grind grain with quiet strength. An old man plays a reed flute, its song fluttering through the air like butterflies, and the potter works, not for praise, not for gold, but for the quiet joy of shaping something that will last. A bowl for grain, a jar for water, a lamp to hold flame. Simple things, beautiful things, useful, lasting, meaningful. Your breath deepens as the vision fades, your back beneath the stars. Still in Mohenjo-Daro, still safe. But now you carry more than your own memories. You carry his, too, and hers, and theirs. Like soft seeds pressed into your palm, ready to take root in your dreams. The potter finally rises. He stretches slowly, his joints creaking like old wood shifting in the breeze. The wheel will turn again at dawn, he says, voice barely above a whisper. It always does. He walks back toward his home, his silhouette long and gentle in the moonlight. You follow, your steps slow, each one soft and steady, like the beat of a drum that only you can hear. Inside the home, a small lamp flickers low. Its flame dances in a handmade bowl, scented faintly with neem and pine ash. The air is warmer here, safe, sheltered. It wraps around you like the shawl from before, like a lullaby sung without words. You find a mat laid out near the back wall, woven from dried reeds and padded with cotton stuffing. The potter nods for you to lie down. You do? The mat welcomes your body instantly. Your muscles sigh, your thoughts grow slow like molasses, heavy and sweet. A thin cotton blanket is drawn over you, light enough for comfort, warm enough for dreaming. The potter extinguishes the lamp with a breath, and darkness settles, soft, perfect, and whole. You stare up at the ceiling. Even in the shadows, you can see the faint patterns woven into the beams above. They remind you of river channels, or maybe tree roots, or maybe just the endless ways stories connect us across time and earth and silence. Inside, a nightbird calls once, then again, softer, then it is quiet. You close your eyes. You feel the earth beneath you solid, certain. You feel your heart beat slow, steady. You feel your breath gentle, deep, and somewhere in the corner of your mind, you feel the wheel begin to turn again. Not fast, not loud. It's just the faintest sense of rotation, of something ancient, spinning in stillness. You dream of soft clay spinning under your palms, of the river at dusk, of stars reflected in water and in eyes. You dream of laughter in the distance, of stone streets warm from sun, of fingers brushing symbols into wet earth. You dream of light, not blinding, but pulsing, like the kiln glowing through the night. You dream of a seal in your hand, pressed into fresh clay, leaving a mark that says, I was here, I shaped this, I remember. And as you drift further, the dreams become slower, softer, lighter than mist, till finally there is only quiet, and rest, and peace. Morning is still far away. The city sleeps, the wheel sleeps. You sleep, but somewhere, in a room made of mud brick, in a cradle of stars and river song, a pot cools slowly in the ashes, its shape perfect, its surface strong. And tomorrow, when the wheel turns again, it will be joined by others, by bowls and jars and lamps, and your dream will turn with them, round and round, in the soft rhythm of things well made, and things never truly lost. Time has no sharp edges here. It flows like the river, unhurried and wide. You float in that flow, held gently between the past and the present, between earth and sky, between dream and deeper dream. You do not know if you are sleeping or simply resting, and that not knowing feels peaceful. It's like you've slipped beneath the surface of the water, where everything is slower, quieter, suspended. From somewhere in the distance, you hear a sound, faint, measured, like hands patting soft clay. Thump, press, and shape. Thump, thump, center, and smooth. The potter is at work again, but this time he's not alone. You see them now in your mind's eye, others beside him at the wheel, young apprentices, eager and patient, watching his movements with wide, curious eyes. One of them is shaping a small bowl. Her hands are steady, but her face shows focus, tongue tucked at the corner of her mouth. The potter leans over and gently corrects her form, a soft, guiding touch to her wrist, a whispered word in a tongue that feels familiar, even if you do not know it. And then she smiles, just a little, and the bowl begins to take form. You drift deeper. You're not in the workshop anymore. You're by the river, but not as a visitor now, as a villager. You kneel at the edge, washing your hands in the cool stream. Above you, birds call lazily from the reeds. In the distance, oxen shuffle along the banks, their bells chiming like tiny lullabies. You lift a handful of water to your face. It's crisp and sweet, tinged with the earthy scent of clay. You look down and see your reflection. You are different now, dressed in loose cotton cloth, a simple cord at your waist. There is a softness in your eyes, as though you've been living here for a long time. And maybe you have. Maybe you never left. The dream shifts again. You are walking through the northern gate of Mohenjo-Daro. The sun is rising. Soft gold pours over the rooftops, lighting the city with a glow that makes everything seem sacred. Shops begin to stir. A spice seller sweeps his threshold, sending up tiny clouds of turmeric and cumin. A woman calls to her daughter, offering a warm round of flatbread from the griddle. Two boys chase a clay hoop down a narrow street, laughing so loud it echoes like bells. This place, so ancient, feels so alive. And you are part of it. You pass a carved pillar, its surface worn smooth by many hands. It marks the edge of the craft quarter, where potters, bead makers, and carvers work together, where sounds of shaping fill the air all day long. Here, every object tells a story. A bead made from carnelian, heated and polished with river sand. A comb carved from bone, the teeth delicate and precise. A terracotta figurine. A woman with a tall headdress, arms outstretched in silent song. You reach the potter's wheel once more. He is there, still spinning, still centered, still listening. He looks up as you approach. This time, he speaks your name, and it doesn't surprise you. Of course, he knows it. You've always known each other, through clay, through memory, through time. He gestures to the stool beside him. You sit. The seat is smooth, warm from use. A lump of clay waits before you cool, heavy, promising. He dips his fingers in a bowl of water and nods to you. And so, you begin. Your hands press down gently, centering the clay. It resists at first, then yields, softening into movement, into rhythm. The wheel turns. So do your thoughts. Slower now, deeper now. It's just like the clay. You are being shaped into something whole. You feel your breath match the motion. Hail, turn, exhale, press, inhale, rise, exhale, smooth. There is no need to rush. The clay will take the form it was meant to take. Your hands only guide what already knows how to become. The potter watches in silence, not judging, just witnessing. It's like the stars above, like the river below, and somewhere in the background, the hum of the village continues, a cradle of sound, gentle and low. Your pot is nearly done. It's not perfect, but it's yours, and it is beautiful. The potter nods with quiet approval. Then, with a single fluid motion, he lifts the vessel from the wheel and places it on a tray beside the fire. It will dry in the sun, then enter the kiln to be hardened by flame, sealed by heat, transformed forever, just like you. And now, you rest again. The work is done. You sit back, hands still dusty with clay, heart full with something you can't name, but it feels like peace. The fire crackles low beside you, and the wheel slowly slows, till it comes to a stop. and with it, so does your mind. Empty, still, soft as nightfall. The silence now is full, not empty, not blank, but full, with meaning, with breath, with memory. Stars blink gently above Mohenjo-Daro, like the eyes of the past watching from a distance, and the village rests. Somewhere, a dog lets out a single sleepy bark. A child murmurs in her dreams. The river flows onward, slow and dark, carving the same paths it has known for thousands of years. You lie on your mat once again. The potter's home is still and warm, and you are so deeply, entirely safe. Your body has become heavy again, comfortably so, like wet clay settling into its mold. Your arms sink, your legs slacken, even your thoughts begin to stretch out, long and languid, like a cat beneath the sun. In this moment, you could be anyone, a potter's apprentice, okay? A traveler, lost and found, a spirit of the valley who returns each night to watch the firelight flicker on the walls. You are all of these, and none. You are simply present, and that is enough. You remember, now, how old this city is. Older than Athens, older than Rome. A city of clean streets and quiet dignity, where homes had private wells, a drains ran beneath the earth, carrying away the noise of the day. You pictured the great bath, a calm rectangular pool lined with bricks, fed by an ancient well. People once came to bathe, not just in water, but in spirit, to cleanse, to mark changes, to feel reborn. Perhaps tomorrow, you'll walk there, dip your fingers into the same stone basin. Feel the chill that has waited centuries just for you. But for now, your dreams are warm. The pot you shaped today still rests beside the coals, its surface slowly hardening, gaining strength with every minute of stillness. Okay? It will hold water, or rice, or flowers, or secrets. Maybe it will be found 1,000 years from now, dug up from the dust by curious hands, gently cleaned, marveled at in the light. Okay. Maybe someone will wonder who made it, and never know that you were here. And maybe that's the beauty of it. The wheel no longer spins. The fire has dimmed. The night has deepened. But within your chest, something ancient, S-T-I-S, a quiet knowing that you are part of something wide and slow and good, not just a visitor to this place, but a thread in its fabric, a fingerprint in its clay. In this dream, you've lived 100 lives, lit 100 lamps, spoken to rivers, whispered to stars, listened to silence, and all of it has made you whole. Outside the house, a gentle wind begins to rise. It rustles the thatched roofs, kisses the pots lined along the courtyard, shivers through the reeds by the water's edge. It carries with it the scent of earth, baked and rich, like pottery fresh from the kiln, and something else, too, a faint sweetness, like honey warming on a stone. That wind flows through the open door, circles around you, cool on your cheeks, soft on your brow. It brushes your eyelashes, settling over you like a lullaby sung without words. You drift now, not into sleep exactly, but into stillness. The stillness of a vessel at rest, of hands folded after work, quote, of a city breathing quietly beneath the moon. And just before the final thread of awareness slips away, you hear a voice, a potter's voice, low, warm, and kind. You shaped more than clay today, he says, though you can't quite tell if it's out loud or in your heart. You shaped a memory. You shaped time. And with that, you exhale, a long, full, final breath, and you let go. Now, you are floating, not above, but within the earth, within the wheel, within the great turning of all things. You are the pot and the hands that shaped it. It's the water and the fire, the clay and the breath. The hum of Mohenjo-Daro fades, not into silence, but into a soft, perfect hum. The lullaby of history, of dust, of stars, of dreams. Okay. And in that lullaby, you sleep, you rest, you restore. And when morning comes, As it always does, the wheel will turn again. But for now, only this. Only stillness. Only breath. Only the whisper of ancient hands shaping sleep from the softest clay of all.